Hey guys and gals, my name is Captain Cops, and behind me is my ship, the Sentinel of the Stars. I've been getting a lot of requests to make some videos about this ship, so I thought I would try my hand at that. Now, I want to start off by saying that I am not a video game content maker, so I apologize in advance. My microphone quality is going to be horrible, and I'm probably going to stutter over myself, but I thought we'd give it a shot and see how it goes. So this is my ship, the Sentinel of the Stars. I'm going to try and fly up here so we get a nice little sky overview of the ship. Now, I do have a few mods going on here to make the ship possible. So the first one, we have the Illuminated mod, and basically that just takes ship parts that are already available in-game and just adds some light effects to them. So that's all these blue things that you see here. That mod is by Inquisitor, and also by Inquisitor are these plasma turrets. These turrets are also a mod. I'm a really big fan of these turrets, mostly because they only use a power level of 1. So that allows me to put a lot of them, and they work really well in fights as well. So that's plasma turrets by Inquisitor. So next up, I'm gonna take you to the inside so you can check it out. Now, one thing I will say, when I make ships, I always try and lay out my halves as flat as possible because I absolutely hate the ladders in this game. Doors are okay, you know, they very rarely get placed in spots that you like them, but at least they're always against the wall. Ladders just come up through the floor, just in the middle of rooms, and I kind of hate that. So I try and lay out my halves to be as flat as possible because I do not like all the ladders sticking up through the middle of the floor, just like this. So we start off in the armory, and this is what I was talking about, ladders in the middle of the floor, not a big fan. But luckily, those are going to be the only ones in this whole ship. Some of the door placements, not so great either, but you'll see as we go through. So as we come out of the armory, we're going to have a door on each side that we can go through. This mod, by the way, I did not decorate these. I cannot take credit for this. This is the Luxurious Halves mod. I love building ships, but I absolutely hate decorating the inside, so I love this mod because I don't have to worry about it. So this is like the little lounge area that we have in here. Got a nice pool table, comfort setup, bathroom in here. If we continue this way, over here we've got our infirmary over here for any sick crew. And then we're going to come back through here and go the other way. Over here on this side, this is the living quarters area, and I love this because we actually have private bedrooms with their own doors. So if you pop open a door here, we got a bedroom, and these are all very similar. So I'll just pop in them real quick, but we got 3 private bedrooms over here. So that's pretty cool. Oh look, we got Barrett in here right now, just chilling. So this is the living quarters. If we head through the next door, we're going to come in. Now this one, the door placements I'm not a huge fan of, but you know it works because we're going to come in through the mess hall, but we're going to come in through the kitchen, which is why I'm not a huge fan of that door placement, but it works. So this is like the kitchen area of the mess hall, and then when we go through this door, here's the actual mess hall itself. I love the decorations in here, super cool, super luxurious, giving me real cruise ship vibes. And then if we head through the next door here, we've got the pool. So this is the pool area, nice big pool. We got Sam over here just soaking his feet in the pool. So this is a 3x3 half, so it's very big pool, but it's also got a bar over here, which is really cool. And then over on the other side of that wall, you have a shower room and a changing room with doors on either side. So if we go through this door over here, this is kind of like the changing room. We've got lockers, we've got like towels and stuff over here. And then we come through this way, we got like this little middle area right here. You can see changing room on the left, shower room on the right. So this is the shower room, got all the showers, super cool. And this door was the other door that leads back out to the pool. Now this final door is another one of those doors I'm not a huge fan of the placement of. I kind of wish it was over here, probably on this wall over here, so that way you don't have to go through the shower room to get to it, but you know, that's okay. So here we have basically this is the cargo area of the ship where we store everything. I have played around with the mod that lets you place doors wherever you want, and it's really cool. It is pretty tedious, but it does not work well with the luxurious hab mods. When you put the doors in, they kind of get blocked by things that are already in these habs, so they kind of don't work very well together. But this setup is pretty good. I like it. Like, it could be worse, that's for sure. So if we head back through the kitchen, we get all the way back to this area. Now probably the biggest downfall of this ship is a combination of I wanted the cockpit to be way in the back and on top like you saw from the outside, but I wanted all these habs laid out nice and flat. So in order to have these habs all nice and flat, they had to be nice down low, but the cockpit had to be way up high. So we have this super long ladder that goes all the way to the top. And even though it's not the best thing ever, I prefer it, you know, over having ladders just randomly throughout the floor, all throughout the interior of the ship. So I do have a few extra levels. So right here, we have like the battle station level. So in this room, we've got all the command and battle systems in here. And then we got just a few more through this door. So this is like the computer core, I believe. The battle station, 2x2 battle station. And then over through this door, we have the brig, the 2x2 brig. So that's in here. So while the bottom floor is kind of like your living, luxurious area, we've got this middle floor that's all business. And then if we go up a couple more floors, kind of got just a empty one right here that you could put more stuff in. We go up one more. There's Cora. This is the captain's quarters. I like having my captain's quarters kind of separate from everything else. So this is another one of the luxurious habs, captain's quarters right here. And then finally, we will go up one more time to the actual cockpit. So here we have the cockpit of the ship, and I love this cockpit layout with this big nav console right in the center and the windows overlooking everything. I just think this is super cool. Alright, so let's take this ship for a flight, shall we? Alright, let's take off. So while we're waiting for this, I will say another mod that this ship uses is I use the TN M-Class mod. That allows you to, first of all, use M-Class parts, but it also increases the maximum size limit of ships. So I originally built this ship without that mod. This ship does work pretty well without it. I think now it is a little bit bigger than would be allowed by vanilla, but not by a whole lot. I also upped it. Originally I had the C-Class reactor, whatever that maximum one is, that gives you 40 power, with the C-Class engines, but because I had the M installed and was using it, I decided to put the M-Class reactor with M-Class engines on here, just to give me a little bit more engine power, mobility, and reactor power. I usually don't do that on my ships, but because this one I thought was going to be like the flagship, the dreadnought of my fleet, I decided to go ahead and increase it a little. So you'll see over here on my power, got tons of power. We got 60 power plus an extra 5 from perks. So that gives me 65 power. And even though this ship is gigantic, the mobility is actually still pretty good thanks to those M-Class engines that I got on there. So that top speed, acceleration, and mobility is still pretty good. Alright, now I know a bunch of people wanted to see those turrets in action. So the Crick system, unfortunately in this playthrough, I have already gone through the entire Crimson Fleet storyline. So got nothing over there in the crypt system, so instead we're gonna head over here to Serpentis. What do you mean unexplored route? I do this all the time. Let's see. Interesting. Okay. Well, I've made that jump tons of times, so I don't know why it's doing that now. So maybe I'll just head, let's see if we can jump over here real quick. Get some of those cool jump shots.
You know, my great-grandparents made that.
Alright, let's try this again. Let's see if it'll let me jump over there. I jump over here all the time, so I don't know why now it is deciding to not let me. Let's jump over here then.
Restore space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband.
Yeah, again, I am not a content maker, you know, not filming all those different cuts, making this video all professional and stuff, you know, trying my best here. Let's see, was it this one right here? Yeah, there we go. We should get an enemy ship in here and we'll see what these turns can do. Oh man, there's a Starborn Guardian back there. Man, if I just waited just a minute, we could have just done that instead. Alright, let's see if any ships pop up. And I will say, this weapon is at max power. That is because it could have 2 more turrets, but I hit the maximum. Alright, here we go. We got a couple brood ships here. So this one is a level 64. See those turrets all shooting like crazy all around the ship. Go after this one right here. Yeah, mobility good, but not the best. But yeah, those turrets really just lay into them. So we've kind of got 2 ships lined up right in front right here. Oh, there went that one. Gonna bring her around. Yeah, I love how, there we go. Shield only went down to 66, and that's with a C-class shield, not modded, normal shield. And there we go. Took out all 3 of those guys, no problemo. Let's go to one more, just to see. We'll just head over here to this moon maybe. Or, might have some hostile activity right here. Let's do that. So yeah, I spent many hours on this ship. I love it a lot. Holds enough cargo for all your Starborn adventures. Plenty of turrets. Don't have to worry about anything. Oh, interesting. Spawn down here. They usually spawn basically right in front of you. Only a level 32, but... Oh, we got another one behind me. Luckily I have turrets behind me that'll take care of that as well. So let's fly over this guy. Oh, I was going to try and get a cool shot, but turrets took him out too fast. Let's turn around. See if we can get one of these guys. Go down, head down here. I'm not going to be able to get a cool shot of this one either. Yeah. Pretty easy. Let's see if we can do one more. Just to see if we can get one of those cool shots. Let's see. I thought I saw another hostile activity. But maybe not. Oh, that's because we're looking at the wrong place. There we go. That's probably... Yep, here we go. Last one. Ooh, that nice overhead shot. That's a cool one. Alright, hopefully we get some engagement here. Be nice if they spawn right in front of us. There we go. Only a 26, that's not gonna last long. But we'll fly straight ahead. Oh. And one down there. There we go. That guy's gone. That guy I think was gone. Yep. And that guy's gonna be gone before I can get turned around. Sure enough. Alright, so that's basically it. This is my ship, flagship, the Sentinel of the Stars. Hope you guys liked it. Again, I apologize for this terrible quality video, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want me to make more videos, maybe I'll try it out. See you guys.